Welcome to a foggy day in Empyrion Galactic Survival, and in this video what I want to do is a little bit more work on my base, mainly on the front end past the tower there, but a bit more about that. But before I do that, what I want to do is just input in a repair bay here, and I think what I'm going to do is come back about this far. It may seem a bit out of place, but the way I'm thinking, guys, is I may eventually need to fix my capital vessel, and what I will do, and maybe the front of the capital vessel will slide in between these two towers. That's the thinking anyway, guys. So I'm just going to drop that in, and I think we're going to put this up again underneath the shelter so that it'll have a little bit of protection, and that gets my repair bay set up. Not going to test it. I don't think I really need to. And the real focus on here, just make sure I've got my jetpack on. Yep. The real focus in this part is going to be down here. Wow. Okay, I managed to injure myself. Okay. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I mean, not that I'm going to be attacking anything, but I can always drink one of these and that will get me back up to par. And as I said, what I want to do in this part is work on this area here, and what I'm thinking is building an accommodation command block coming straight out from this area here. And I want to pick up this theme, but at the same time I don't want it to be squat. I want it to be elevated, so I want to come out here. Now I have an idea, but I'm not even sure if this will actually work. So this is going to be a little bit of a leap in the dark, and I'm going to put a couple of blocks there. Don't worry, guys, they're not going to be there for all the time. I just want those as a marker. As I said, guys, this is going to be a little bit of a leap in the dark, simply because there's absolutely no point me trying to plan something like this ahead of time, simply because if I did, I would just change my mind anyway. So there's no point pretending what I'm going to do. As I say, I do have a design in my head, but I'm a little bit worried about actually... Oh, let's go around again and rotate that in there. So I'm a bit worried about the structural integrity. I'm going to go for it, guys. And these are... And what I want is to come here. If I do one, then it'll give you an idea of what I'm up to. And this is coming down here. And the question is, do I put this straight into the ground, or do I put a block? I think we'll go straight into the ground now. So this is going to come out like this. I'm going to go back to these blocks, and just going to... Oops, I've gone too far again. It's going to rotate that, and I'm going to put that back, go back to this, and we're going to rotate this here, and it's going to come out here. And what I'm thinking is to come out blocks of 3, and about come out here. So that comes out that far. This comes here. I can now take out 3 of these blocks. I don't need them anymore. We will be putting a catwalk like this over here. In fact, what I will do is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can just do it in the large constructor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let that build while I carry on working. And so we've now got this area here. I'm just going to just rotate this in like that. Come out again, rotate around again, and another block. And another 1, 2, 3 armored blocks like that. That's the 3 out that I'm thinking of, guys. And oops, nope, don't want that. Come here. I'm just gonna rotate that there. And I'm going to stop there on the edge of the water because I don't know what I want beyond that. This is the main direction that I want to come out at. And oops, I didn't want to do that. What am I doing? Sorry about that, guys. And what I'm going to need now, that's what I was going to do. We come in here. And I want an XY symmetry plane. And I want it to go away. Right. I don't think I need that, so I'm just going to come in here. So I've got the symmetry plane is now going to run down the center of the block. So it's probably going to shoot me, you watch. And what I'm going to do is just hook out that area there. Gonna come here. Gonna rotate this up. Now I'm putting this in now because I'm not sure how the construction's going to work. So, oops, don't want that. I want the railings. Okay, the railings are different from. Okay, I never knew that. I suppose different things have different orientations. I want this on the outside like that. Now comes the fun part, guys, because what I want to do is come out. So it's 3 wide, so it's going to go 3 this way, 3 this way, but we're going to come out here. So we're just going to come here. And I don't want that. Right, so we're just going to rotate that way, and hopefully if the symmetry plane is working we will get that there. What we're going to do now is just put that block there. In fact, I think for completion purposes I think that can come out like that. Hopefully that will remain strong. And this should come out like that. I'm not sure how that's going to connect in the center there. Now comes the fun bit, because I need a block that's going to fit in there that fits with this. If I go underneath, guys, see this structure that I'm laying out here? I need something that's going to fit in there. So what we're looking for is something like half block there, then going down to a point. And what is that going to be? Is that going to be a good candidate? I don't think so. I'm trying to think now. Sometimes it's quite difficult to visualize these blocks. It's this corner. I think if we come up and try it here. No, I don't think that's it, is it? It needs to come to a point. Ah, I think that's it there, isn't it? Let's get up a bit of height looking down. I think if I can rotate that, does that fit in? Of course the downside now is if I've tried this block, yep, I think that works. Okay. And if I can rotate this in like that. That should then fill in this area here like this. I think that's working. Suppose I should go and actually collect those drones. Never mind. We're going to focus on doing this. Right, I think what I want to do here is... where is it here? Right. And I think that's going to come in like that. And this is going to drop on like this. Okay. Of course, when you make a mistake, it's duplicated on the other side, so you need to take these out. But that's the way the game's played. Is that right? Up one, out one, up one, out one. Yep. Just going to drop that in there. Quite fun to watch the blocks coming in on the back when you're actually doing this, guys. It can be a bit of a distraction, but it's quite fun to watch it. Hook, please, God. I think that's the width I'm looking for. There's another drone coming in, but well, you can sort it out yourself, guys. I'm not. For some reason this wants to. I'm just gonna, oops. Let's put another one in like that. I'm just gonna put one in like that, like that, and I'm using the wrong blocks, aren't I? Oh, great. Sorry about this, guys. No wonder it didn't orientate properly, because and of course I've got the wrong blocks on the other side as well, so, but they've got to come out simply because it wouldn't fit with what I want to build, because the textures won't match. This is something you need to remember, that if you put the wrong blocks out, the textures themselves, if you try to texture this, because different types of blocks have different textures associated with them. Right. That's the armoured concrete blocks. Okay. And what I want is these blocks, that's it. That's better. That might explain why the orientation was wrong. Because I'm just going to put this in here. And that in there. I'm just going to take that way. And I think I need to get these corner blocks in before I start filling in this edge here. So what corner block was it? This one, wasn't it? Is that the right one? Nope, no, I've got it wrong. Okay. I'm just going to take that out. Suppose it helps if I actually put it in the right place, isn't it? I'm just going to drop that in there like that. I'm just going to rotate. That should rotate in there like that. That should rotate into there like that. And that should rotate into there. So the one we need to fit in now is that one. I'm just going to... So far, so good. And we've now got this kind of matrix here, so these are all filled in now. So what we need to do now is come here to the half blocks and just going to put a half block in there, half block in there, half block there, Oops. Gonna fill these in like that. So we've now got an area like this all laid out, and what I need to do now is work out what I'm going to do the top level. And again, I don't really want a big chunky block like area. What I would like is something that fits quite light, and what I would like to do now is actually put in something. So we've got this area here like that. I mean, we could rotate that into the corner like that, and we don't have a rotation here into that corner, do we? So that brings this whole area up like that. I mean, we could come out a little bit further. I think I want to plan this area actually. This is where it gets absolutely completely tricky now, guys, because I'm not too sure what I want. I think I need to divide it into 2 rooms. So I think what we're going to do is come across like that. We're going to have to have the big solid blocks in the center, and I want to go too high. Like that. So that creates 2 rooms. What I'm thinking is accommodation this side, command center this side, or maybe a combination of the 2. And now the problem is I would like some glass. Now how am I going to get glass into here without it dropping off? Because one of the problems with glass is that actually I think I've got a solution. Let's have a look here. If I put this here like that and rotate this like this, I mean, there's a good chance that all this is going to get taken apart and redone, and if it's rubbish, you know, I will chuck it away and do it again. I think we're going to leave this end open at the moment. And what do we need here? We need a flat corner piece. I think we're going to ignore that for the moment. That actually looks a bit incongruous now, doesn't it? Now the question is, if I take this out, will that... I should know. Great. Okay. Now, trouble is, if I put in the structure again, will it remain? Right, there's only one way to find out, guys. So back to large constructor, and gonna knock off 2 of these. And right. Back again. Well, what we can do actually, because I've got these on the outside, haven't I? So what I could do is put that there, and we can hook that in there. The trouble is that's now going to be at a different level, isn't it? That's annoying. Okay, what we can, going to do this again. What we have to do is do both of them at the same level. That's going to give a slight rise, but that will keep the integrity there. Okay, I think we're working with it now, guys. And armored windows. I want all the windows at the back, I think. Now, what I'm thinking, guys, is I want the maximum amount of light coming into the base. But at the same time, I would like some form of integrity. So if we come... No, don't like that. Let's go too high. Like that. So we'll take out these. As I said, I am making this up as I go along, so I've got no idea if this is actually going to work. So we got a nice glass front like that. And I want something that's going to curve into here. So if I rotate that, I mean, I could put that there, so that would create a frame. So that would give me a completely glazed room, and I'll be able to put things on the inside. And that would give me like a walk round. And that would give me a walk around balcony here, and that will keep this integrity nice and sound. I'm not convinced about these here because these frames meet there. But then if I tried to put in, say, something like that, it would have to go on the inside, and then it won't line up with that frame there, will it? Compromises. And I'm not worried about the door. It's actually the same reason if you watch my earlier video when I put these frames in and I left this door open, because we don't need to protect the room. This isn't going to be a greenhouse, and I think this will be quite a large room. And again, I don't really want a great big thick ceiling. I'd like to have something that's something akin to that. The trouble is, will this be supported? Well, there's only one way to find out, I suppose. And I think I've just broken, for some reason those windows were broken. Not sure why, but so I'm doing this half expecting the roof to collapse. Right. For some reason this window dropped out. Maybe because did I put it the wrong way round? I have to check the video when I... Oops. Right, let's just have a look round. So we've now got a fairly thin roof here. This is looking pretty good. We've got something up solid on the top here. That means this doesn't interfere with the field of fire of this turret here, though we could eventually move this turret or put some extra turrets on this side. Oops, getting out of range of the drone. Now this front section I want to make into maybe a command room, something like this. This is going to be like, we're going to put a bed in here and maybe some form of food processor, fridges and various other bits like that, and maybe a few wardrobes and cabinets, something, and we can put a shower in here as well. And then through here we can have the command room. I think I'm going to do the command room straight off, and this is 1 2 3 4 5. This is 1 2 3 4 5. Now we could, let me just flip this around here. We're going to come out like that, and then down here we've got this extra bit here. So, and drop that in like that, and we'll just rotate this in here. I'm just going to come into like that. Oops, we're right on the extreme range. Again, I'm going to worry about the corners later on, guys. Okay. Just gonna 1, 2. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that fills in this room here. No. I think what we will try here is we'll try a corner and see what it looks like. If we don't try, you just never know what it's going to be like. So if we put in a corner, is that gonna go on? How does that look? Doesn't look too bad. You can see it's offset there, but come in 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And then that fills this room in like this. So that creates 2 rooms, that one with a square back, one with a curved front like that. I think it'll work, guys, and until I decide to change it. Right, let's just don't do that. You frighten the living daylights out of me. Oops, what am I doing? Don't need to. I'm just going to come in. So don't be surprised if I'm going to be making changes. Wow, do you see that shadow go over, guys? That's cool. I like that. Must admit, I do like shadow effects because it really improves the immersion. And I suppose I won't get anything on this corner, like a half thickness curved. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Half thickness curve. No. Okay, we're just going to have to go with that in that corner. And I'm quite happy with that. And that finishes this room off quite nicely. Just get rid of that so we can have a look round. I mean, I know there's limitations on the building, but I suppose we can have that bit of block there. Right, guys, I'm aware that time is pushing on, but I think just to finish this part off, we'll do the internal side here. And of course, if you texture on one side, it textures on the other side like that. And I think we're going to have a nice bright ceiling in as well, just to and maybe we'll have a different ceiling on the other side. Nothing really about that. Well, I suppose this would be more in keeping with a command center, wouldn't it? So not sure why that's that, because it's an edge block. That's interesting. Never mind. Well, we can fix that anyway. So if I do the internals like that, That's so these ones here, it must be to do with the fact that it's against the glass. Yep. Okay, can we put a different texture? Maybe across the front like this. Yep. And what are we going to put on the floor? Floor textures. I think that's a bit OP. Oh, yeah, we're going to go for some wood, I think. Let's have to put a wood floor down. Now, yeah, we're just going to have to do this one at a time. Oh no, it's got the... Oh no. That's probably because of the underlying blocks where I've had to rotate them to fit their various units together. I'm just gonna... Actually, I don't like that at all. It's a bit big, isn't it? Parking. What did I do there? I just clicked something by accident. Oh, that's going to go outside, isn't it? It's awful. Okay, that's not going to work. I think... Okay, let's go back in this side. I think this will work in here because this is a square room, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to have a wood floor in here because I like wood floors. I've lived in several houses with this parquet type flooring and I actually quite like it. Current house doesn't have it because we've got floorboards, and one thing you don't do is put parquet down over floorboards. It just never lays flat. You've got to have a concrete floor, something nice and solid to put down parquet on it. Okay, let's just put... Maybe if we... Yeah, but then this can go bleed out. No. Still don't like it. That's more of a roof sit. So if we can get a marbled effect, that's too coarse. No, don't like it. Okay, let's just go with this. So we're just gonna put, oops. And we can just put in all drones coming in, so get ready for the bangs, guys. I can see them just coming in. All the loot that I've been losing by not. And I think what we can do, just so that that can be continuous, although I've got a feeling I'm going to have to change this front surround. The side is okay. Okay, we've got that there. Yeah, they're both down. They're not even getting near the base, so it's not a problem. Now, the theme I've got here is this, isn't it? So is that going to work up here? No, it's a half block. That's no good. I think that would be better. Nope. I'm going to put this on here like this. Oh, that's... And I think down here you can just put these on like that. I mean, I will colour them in a little bit better. And I'm quite happy with this. This is working. I think we will... I've got the colour tool here somewhere. There it is. Don't need the drill just at the moment. Can't remember what What colouring did I use on these? I think I just lightened them a bit, if I remember correctly. I think it was a light grey or something like that. Yep. I'm just going to come in across like this and just fill this in. Oh, so we don't have a texture on this back bit. Okay. What was the texture again? This one, wasn't it? This one? Yep. I'm just gonna I think if we lighten these up a bit. I mean, if you hold the mouse key down, you can just fill them all in like this. I think maybe we'll just lighten these up as well so it doesn't look... It's robust, but at the same time as it's not really horrible. And that just leaves this interior wall to texture. Those shadows coming up, that's absolutely awesome. I must admit, I do really like the improved graphics coming up. Do I want to go metallic? Maybe we'll just go. Does that just make the place a bit too dark? I don't know. I think that will go with this. So yeah, it would give the impression that this has a interior wooden wall. One day I must actually do some work with the wooden blocks. I've never done much with wooden blocks. I must admit, I've always tended to go for concrete or armoured steel. Oops. Let's get back up. And I think, just to finish this off, guys, just to give you guys a feel for where I'm coming from. Just going to fill these in. There's something wrong there, isn't it? Okay. Got a hole in there. That's going to come out because that's going to annoy the heck out of me. And right, I've got to. First thing I need to do is go over and correct my mistake on this side, so that when I repair it, it will. They all. So is that the only ones where I've made a mistake? Let's have a quick check. Yep. This is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. And okay. That should drop that into there. And that should drop it into there. So that should now fit together properly. And I'm just going to go. Sometimes you've got to make sure you're pointing at the right one to fill these in like that. And that fits with the theme of the base up here. And then what we've got is this area here. My inclination at the moment is just to leave this with the plain blocks, actually, I think, rather than trying to texture it in. But I think what I will try is We'll just lighten it up a bit so that it's got a bit of shine to it. We'll just fill this in here. And just I know there's a way to paint blocks, but I actually enjoy doing it this way. It's almost therapeutic. It almost feels like you're painting something rather than just, you know. Anyway, so we're just gonna fill this in. I think the extra silvery effect makes it less gloomy, makes it fit together quite nicely. Okay, that's done. Oh no, we haven't finished on across the front here. Yeah, I think that enhances it quite well. Actually, I think we're just lighten this front edge as well. And again, doing this in the dark actually emphasizes how gloomy something is and whether it needs work done on it. Where if you do it in daylight, it actually doesn't show up quite so well. I'm quite happy with that. I think we've created it. I don't want to put a middle door in here. Right, I think we've finished with the symmetry plane. No, we haven't quite finished with the symmetry plane yet. I just want to just come out here. I'm just gonna, whoops, getting a bit of a wobble now. I'll probably change this top. I'm not too sure what I want to put onto the top of here at the moment. I mean, I'll probably end up with some extra turrets, maybe on the corners or something like that. I mean, I may even come up another floor. I'm not too sure at the moment. I just wanted to get this structure built and nice and open. Right guys, I've just realised I'm way over time on this video. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we'll probably do a bit of fitting out inside here to get some items inside this actual area here. I want it, as I say, this area is going to be like a bed, refrigerators and a bar, you know, showers, various bits like this. This will be a bit more of a long-term project. It's going to be more of a command center, and hopefully we'll go out and get some avatars and we can put in some command consoles. If you imagine that they're looking out over the combat area here, and then the next project will be maybe coming out this way, but maybe at ground level with a greenhouse, because the attacking drones always come in from this side. So my greenhouse, I'm going to want to come out this way towards where the capital vessel is now, and I might integrate it into the side of this, but that's for the next part, guys. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.